is not necessarily such a thing as evil, pure evil. However, there is deep ignorance and lack of awareness and lack of connection and remembering of who we truly are. So in a post that I recently wrote, I used the word evil, referring to some of the criminals that call themselves the government, the US government. And what I realize is that, yeah, nobody is actually truly, deeply, like just naturally born evil. And evil is really just an error. It's a mistake. It's a lack of awareness. And yeah, like I just said, it's just somebody who is not remembering their true source as love. Because I do feel truly strongly that everybody is at the core, at their deepest essence, is love. And it's not nobody is actually evil, but it's something that happens from a very, very twisted mind perception or program. You know, like people are only capable of doing evil deeds or actions because they are ignorant of their true nature as love, because there's a deep disconnection of their true nature. And because of that, some people are able to do violence and to create to cause harm towards life around them. It is not necessarily because they are purely evil. They're actually just really blind and really asleep to who they truly are, which is very unfortunate. And right now we are seeing a lot of this on the planet, and it's kind of like, well, what can we do as humans to support in this time that we're in? And it seems like it can feel easy to simply throw in the towel, to say, you know what, this is too much. And because right now, unfortunately, we are also living in a society that if you use your voice, speak your truth a little bit too much, if you take care of yourself, respect yourself, get sober, get clean, you're awake, you're sober and awake, and you're speaking, one moment. And if you're choosing to be a channel for truth expressed, it seems like these days that is like a threat. Or not even these days, that has been a threat for a long time. There's some force or energy on this planet that seems like it doesn't want the truth. It doesn't want human beings to be free and empowered and sovereign and unfuckable with. Like, it seems like there's an energy that wants people to be a little bit asleep, and like that wants people to be easily controlled. Like, basically sheeps, not lions, sheeps. So if someone is speaking the truth loud and clear with love and activating that truth in other humans, then unfortunately for this specific energy, that's for some beings, it's very much like a threat to them. It feels like a threat. And what do some people do when they feel threatened or attacked? They want to do everything in their power to shut that person down, that person that has become a clear channel for truth. What did they do to Jesus? What did they do to Jesus? The man that so many humans praise and worship. What the fuck did they do to him? They put him on a cross. So because there is this energy on the planet that seems to not want to move towards the light, to move towards the truth and to just simply allow true, perfect love to manifest on this earth. Because there seems like there are some humans who still believe that they need to control and lie in order to get their needs met. Unfortunately, there's still humans that believe that they need to have power, so much power, but they don't care if them getting that power hurts other humans. Some people don't care about all of life thriving. They only care about their own self because they have not recognized the truth of oneness, that they are actually connected to all of life around them, and that as life is suffering over there, it's actually connected to us as well. We are all meant to awaken to bliss together, not just one human, not just 2 or 3 or a village. Like, the whole world is meant to awaken to the bliss of our true nature, to the bliss of being. It is not enough that some humans are waking up, or that some humans are gathering resources and abundance and all that stuff. We want all humans on this planet to feel abundance and to feel that they can thrive. Yet it seems like there are some beings on this planet that still think that, nope, we want other people to stay asleep, to have less, so that we can have more. It seems like there's some very power-hungry humans that just want more and more and more for themselves. And this is an energy that, unfortunately, like, it's controlling the masses. It is telling a vision every single day through the television, programming people, influencing how human beings think, inducing fear in the mind. It's a psychological war. People are inducing fear in other humans and making a certain programming that creates sheep versus lions. So what do we need to do? What can we do at this time? I mean, honestly, I would be so satisfied and excited if I could just call upon my extraterrestrial friends to come and take down these humans that are making decisions that are impacting the masses, these humans that are controlling the media and telling lies that create suffering and pain and fear. I wish the extraterrestrial friends could come in and simply remove them, or at least, like, you know, put them in the Amazon jungle somewhere, serve them up with a lot of plant medicine, and not let them come back to society until they are cleansed of their misperceptions, their limiting beliefs that they need to disempower other humans in order to gain power. For me to truly be powerful, I want you to be powerful. I want you to be uplifted. That is my upliftment. It's not about one person, like, being in bliss. It's about all, because we're all one. And that's really what I pray will awaken in every human's mind, all beings on this planet, that they all realize that it's not just about my happiness and my abundance, it's about all of ours abundance. And so what can I do? What can we do right now? How can we help? How can we support? Honestly, this might sound too simple, but I truly believe that taking care of ourselves every day, self-fucking-care, meaning that we are hydrating ourselves with good liquids, high vibrational liquids, your own golden water if you're into that kind of stuff, or fresh pressed juices, water with chlorella in it, minerals, distilled water, adding your own favorite minerals, coconut water, and moving the body every single day. But most importantly, the mindset. Because we could be moving, we could be drinking healthy things, we could be raw vegan, whatever the fuck you consider is the most healthiest. But if your mind is fucked, if you have a bad perception of yourself, if you believe that you are in need of healing, if you believe you're in need of healing, if you think that you are something that is broken, or that you are something that can be harmed, then it's a little bit of a correction that's needed in the mind. Because the truth is, we need to be moving in this human experience from a place of remembering our wholeness and our truth and our Christ nature, and hold that and feel that and know that, yes, the human experience can be very imperfect and messy and hard, and it's impermanent. We just got to accept that. Nobody gets out of this experience alive. But that doesn't mean that we are going to die, because we are the eternal life. And so if your mind is still identified with your form as your self, like as something that's you, and like you're holding on to it, like, and oh my god, this is me, you might want to change that too. Because if you think that this is the only you, and if you haven't tapped into the eternal, infinite nature that is who you are, the Christ nature, the Christ consciousness, the I am presence that lives forever, that was here before this body was born, and that will be here after it dies. If you and I, if we're not tapped into that, then it doesn't really matter what we're doing, even if it's seemingly really, really healthy. It's like the mindset, you know? Mind influences the body. Whatever type of brain neuro like connections are happening inside of our mind has an impact on the body. However, movement can help us to get a more clearer view of reality. In fact, movement and exercise and sweating and shaking and using our voice can help us to get out of the limited mind and be in the space of like infinite possibilities. So yeah, like, what can we do now? What can we do this time? We can empower ourselves through daily self-care habits, through daily small habits that add up and that make a huge difference. So for me, it's like, I don't work out and I don't do push-ups and I don't fucking do yoga to look sexy or to look beautiful. I do it to fucking feel good and to have a healthy mind. I do it because it helps me to feel empowered and to feel like I'm here. It's not about vanity. The reason why we do fucking push-ups too, it's like, I'm just doing that to activate and remind myself of how freaking powerful I am. And to have a healthy vessel helps. It really helps. So, like I said, what we can do right now is look at ourselves, look at our own life, self-inquire. How am I showing up for myself every day? What are the habits that I am doing every day? Are they serving me or are they not? Are they waking me up and activating my power, or are they disempowering me and putting me into a victim mentality and like getting me into feeling sick and fatigued and all this stuff? So yeah, it does make a difference, honestly. I mean, we're always the one, we're always loved, no matter what we do. Even if we choose to eat junk food and processed foods and just like completely not give a fuck, we're still loved. However, if we want to be of service, like deep, full service, and actually honor life and say thank you to life, then let us live in ways and have daily habits that actually helps us to feel more of life. Because that's all life really wants from us. It just wants us to feel it more and to feel its love for us and to feel how blessed we are, to remember how blessed we are. That's all life wants. And there are certain habits every day that helps us to feel those blessings a lot more. Some habits might disconnect us from it. So for me, it's definitely exercise. It's checking our mind and our perception and being honest about where we're at and like fucking correcting it, you know? I like to study the Course in Miracles every day because it puts my mindset in this way of seeing that is, I believe and feel, deeply empowering. It is seeing the Christ nature in all beings. It is seeing the true nature of all of this, really, and seeing through the form in order to see a reality that is eternal. Because then there is less fear in this life. We don't have to be afraid. And then hydration and good rest. I invite you to create a daily schedule that is filled with all these daily habits that are empowering you and waking you up. And I invite you to check yourself if you often choose to look at other humans or other things going on and point the fingers onto those things as if that is what's bad and that is what's a problem. You know what's the problem? It's those fingers that you're pointing with. That's the problem. You are the problem. Taking responsibility, seeing that you must develop your ability to respond versus react. This is important. How can we develop that? How can we be responsible? Meditation helps a lot. Because that's how we can really see that, wow, it's all stemming from my own reaction. I'm reacting so much throughout the day versus just responding to things in a conscious way. When we react, we're not really conscious. When we respond, we're conscious. We have taken the time to see, oh, how do I want to respond to this thing that's arising in my now moment? How do I want to respond? What is it that I choose? What am I devoted to? What is my commitment to? The answer for me is I'm committed to love. So how can I respond to this thing that's arising right now in the most loving way? And yeah, sometimes love is not always sweet and, nice. Sometimes love is fucking harsh. And sometimes love is tough love. Sometimes love is truth, Love tells the truth. Love speaks up. Love doesn't just sit down and shut the fuck up. Love fucking speaks up when it sees something that feels out of alignment with love. And even though, it might sound harsh for some people, it's only sounding that way because their egos are getting hurt. Of course, ideally we can communicate always in ways that reaches the heart of humans. But sometimes there are literally humans that want us to shut up simply because they don't like truth to be shared. And that's not fair. Express yourself, use your voice, show the fuck up, and stay connected to your heart through it all. This is the most important. How can we serve? How can we be of service and help right now? Stay in your heart. That is my one prayer for us all. That we have the courage, to stay in our hearts. Yeah, my prayer is that we all have that courage to stay in our hearts. Even when it's hard. Even when people are coming with aggression and violence or anger, can we stay in our hearts and correct it with love versus with the same energy that we don't actually want more of? How can we respond with the energy that we do want more of, even in moments of conflict? Because love doesn't just let things happen. Love doesn't just like, okay, yeah, sure, come at me and, yell with harsh words in a voice like that's really loud and aggressive. No, love will respond. Love will not react. Love will respond in a way that corrects it, reaction would most likely just continue the same energy. Like, oh, you coming at me with hate? Fuck you, I'm gonna come at you with hate. No, that's not it. Oh, you're coming with me with hate and judgments and like projections? How can I be here right now and see you and have compassion for you, my brother or sister, and see and truly tap into the pain that you must be feeling in order to be throwing that onto me, projecting that onto me? Like, that must be so shitty to be in that space to the point where it's leaking out onto me right now. You must not be feeling very well right now. How are you feeling? Do you need a hug? Because love doesn't take that personally, you know? Love doesn't feel attacked when someone comes with seeming attack. Love just says, whoa, I see and sense that there's suffering here. And I have compassion for this brother and sister or sister. And sometimes love has to walk away. Sometimes love has to set a fucking boundary and say, I do not want to continue in conversation or connection with you because I recognize that you're not able to speak in a way that is respectful. And love would, you know, state that and walk away and pray for this being to come back to their own heart, you know? All right, it's time for me to go and offer a bodywork session to a beautiful soul, a beautiful being. So thank you very much for being here today. I pray that you feel your heart in this moment and that you live from there every day and that you have the courage to speak and express from your heart. Okay, bye. Like and subscribe if you so wish. Bye.